some unique insights into the 3 hard drives allegedly provided to the Trump administration and the U.S. Department of Justice by Jiang Zemin, Zheng Qinghong, and Meng Jianzhu. The move was reported by Lewd Media on October 14th, which alleged the hard drives contained, quote, nuclear bomb-level evidence that Xi Jinping had built a relationship with Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden. Now, it's important to note, the claim has not been independently confirmed. But given the many leaks now taking place around Biden, it would not be far-fetched. The big question here, though, is why Jiang, Zheng, and Meng would have interest in passing evidence to the Trump administration, given they're some of the top players in the Jiang faction in China, and they're by no means a positive force. Again, Jiang Zemin being the main guy on that faction. The most likely reason is they believe Trump is going to win against Biden, and so they're attempting to capitalize on this both to curry favor with Trump in his second term and to launch their own attacks against Xi Jinping, who leads their main rival faction in China. Now, Dr. Yo Chun, who is a former writer for Wei Jianxing, a member of the Standing Committee of the Political Bureau of the CCP, writes in the analysis that another key figure in the incident is Cai Feng, who Hunter Biden also has a close relationship with. Now, Cai Feng is the son-in-law of Dai Xianglong, the former governor of the People's Bank of China. And every time Hunter goes to Beijing, he allegedly contacts Cai Feng and stays at the courtyard at number 11 Pangyu Daguan. The hard drive allegedly contains obscene videos and photos of 2 men there. Now, Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani, who received similar files on Hunter Biden through a laptop hard drive, is also alleging there are many photos and videos of Hunter with Chinese girls, many of whom appear to be underage. There are also the hard drives allegedly held by exiled Chinese billionaire Guo Wengui, as well as information, emails, and documents being released by former business associates of Hunter Biden, all of which are exposing similar information through different channels, as well as allegations of Hunter using the position of Joe Biden when he was vice president in the Obama administration to make some of these deals. It appears that Jiang and his faction have taken the leaks as an opportunity, seeing how many different people are leaking information on Joe Biden and Hunter Biden, and they're using this again to capitalize to gain their own favor, and in their political battles as well, taking place behind the scenes in China. Again, the Jiang faction and the Xi faction are the 2 main political factions in China fighting for control of the country. Now, for them, this is likely strategic. The Chinese Communist Party is led by Xi Jinping, and the Xi faction, again, is the main rival faction of the Jiang faction, Jiang being 2 leaders ago, Jiang Zemin, Hu Jintao, Xi Jinping. The Chinese Communist Party stays the Chinese Communist Party regardless of who's in power. The target, the main issue in China, is the Chinese Communist Party, not the leading faction of it. Now, it's unclear whether the Trump administration plans to do anything with these hard drives provided by the Jiang faction. But again, they should become aware, if this is true, of what the Jiang faction may be using it for. The Chinese Communist Party has files like this on many different public leaders. One of the main Chinese Communist Party programs exposed by Guo Wengui is the manipulation of them through money, through personal interest, and through sex and honey traps. They use programs like this to get people into their system and then create blackmail material to keep them in their system. The Chinese Communist Party does this as one of its main roads for espionage and one of its main roads for foreign influence and control. The Chinese Communist Party very likely could do this to a whole lot of people if it wanted to. And the CCP strategically releasing this at this time is very likely not because they would do it normally, but because they see this information coming out anyways, and the Jiang faction in particular sees it as an opportunity, given that it's coming out, whether they do anything or not, to release its own information to curry favor at a key time. Again, we'll have to see whether this information is true, and we'll also have to see how it unfolds. Now also, folks, there are 2 different realities being shown when it comes to Antifa and its actions to physically attack people they disagree with politically. The Trump administration is looking to designate Antifa as a terrorist organization, and many Democrats have also argued, on the other hand, that Antifa is an idea and not an organization. To give us some deeper insights into Antifa and how it operates on the ground, we've invited to speak with us National Police Association spokesperson and retired sergeant, Betsy Brantner-Smith, to speak about this. Let's jump into that now. Sergeant Betsy Brantner-Smith, it's a real pleasure to have you on Crossroads.
Thank you, Josh. I'm so excited to be here.